Back in August of last year, I decided to do a 4 week step challenge where I would walk 10,000 steps every single day for 4 weeks. And I did it, and it is now January of 2025, and I still haven't edited the video, let alone upload it. The problem was that I was missing this bit where I introduce the video and where I end the video and add commentary. And I've just been like waiting for the perfect day where I feel like I have energy to make myself look nice and sit down and film. And it's just not happening. So it's just going to happen like this. I am looking the way I'm looking right now, and I'm going to edit the video and add any necessary commentary as I go along. The reason I wanted to do this challenge was because I am not a very active person and I would love to be an active person. I really want to be fit, I really want to be healthy, but building those habits has always been very hard for me. And I was hoping that by forcing myself to complete a challenge, it might create some new habits. In the beginning, I actually wanted to do 15,000 steps a day, but as I'll explain later on, I ended up reducing that to 10,000. I was also hoping that this challenge would help me on my weight loss journey, and at the end, I will show you what I looked like before and after and any changes that I can see. Before we jump into the past, I do just want to acknowledge that my skin was really bad in August. Yeah, that's it. So let's jump to the first day. Step one of my action plan to get my steps in today is to go for a walk first thing in the morning. Now, I've always been aware that walking in the morning is good for you because you're getting your blood pumping, you're getting fresh air and sunlight, which helps your brain wake up. But I've never been the person to actually go on a walk in the morning. But I want to, and this challenge is as good a place as any to get in the habit of doing that. First things first, I'm going to hydrate myself because I'm always pretty dehydrated after a good night's sleep, and then we go on a walk. 25 minutes, almost 2 kilometers, and I have done over 3,000 steps already. So I just had lunch, which means it's time to implement my second plan of action to get my steps in, and that is to use this walking pad with this height adjustable desk. So it feels a bit strange at first, but I suppose I just need to get used to it. My cat is also very concerned about what is going on here. I'm not sure yet how long I'm gonna walk on it for. I'm just gonna walk until I feel like I need to stop and sit down again. The other thing to remember is that if you're wearing some kind of fitness tracking watch, I have an Apple Watch, that you need to move it down to your ankle because obviously standing at the desk, my arms really aren't moving much at all, and it won't count my steps. And just like that, I have another 4,000 steps done. Part 3 of my action plan to get my steps in is to do chores. Ever since we moved into this apartment, it feels like we've never managed to get on top of the tidying and cleaning, and that's mostly because our apartment looks like this in a lot of areas. We don't have enough furniture to unpack everything into, and as we found out, furniture is expensive. So we're buying pieces bit by bit and unpacking bit by bit, but in the meantime, everything feels kind of messy. And it's also partly because I am still recovering from burnout and I get overwhelmed very easily, and so the constant list of things to do makes it harder to do things. But I want to use this challenge to help me get on top of things, and so every day I'm just going to pick one thing to do. Today I'm going to clean the kitchen counters, so let's do that. And there we have it. It's not perfect, but it's clean. And I only added about an extra 500 steps, but that's still 500 steps more than I had before. So it's 6:30 and I am on 12,000 steps. So that's another 3,000 to go, and I'm not gonna lie, my lower back is starting to ache. But it's been surprisingly easy getting the steps in. So far I've gone for one outdoor walk, this is my second indoor walk, and then I'm gonna go for one more outdoor walk later. It's now 9 p.m. and I have less than 2,000 steps left, so I'm gonna go on one final walk outside before bed. It's the end of the first day and I have reached almost 16,000 steps. It honestly wasn't as hard as I was expecting it to be. Did I do a lot of walking today? Yes. Am I tired? Also yes, but like not in a bad way. I'm that kind of tired where you feel like you've actually done something with your day, but you're not overly exhausted and you know you're gonna get a good night's sleep. It's the morning of day 2 and I am gonna start the day by going on a morning walk. I'm not gonna go on a walk as long as I did yesterday, it's just gonna be a short one because I'm going to go to the supermarket later this morning before it gets too hot outside in the afternoon. What I'm quite surprised by is the fact that I actually don't feel tired or any more tired than I would feel in the morning. I really thought 15,000 steps would be pushing my limit, but I feel okay. Let's see if that holds true in a couple of days though. So I just got back from shopping and it is not even 11 a.m. yet and I am already over 1/3 of the way through my steps. So it's day 3 and yesterday I planned to go on a walk this morning, a hike, but when I woke up this morning I just couldn't. Hi. And today finding the motivation to walk has been particularly difficult. It's currently 9 p.m. and I still have another 3,000 steps left to do, so I need to go on a long walk now. And I don't want to. I really kind of just want to go to bed. I'm really tired. But I'm going to do it because I said I would and because I knew it would be hard in the first few days and hopefully it's going to get easier. Day 4 and I'm feeling a bit better today, more motivated, so I'm just getting ready to go on a little hike now. It'll take me a little bit over an hour and it should get me around 8,000 steps. So halfway to my step goal. Oh my god. It is past 4 p.m. and I've been lying in bed for the last hour. I'm still only on 8,500 steps, so I need to get up now and do some walking on the treadmill. But I am so tired, and the tiredness doesn't even feel like that physical. It's just in my head I'm so tired. But it's gotta be because of all the walking. I don't know why else I'd be so tired. I don't know. If it goes on like this, I don't know how. Why did I say I would do this for 30 days? So it's noon of day 8, which means I've already been walking 15,000 steps a day for a week. This morning I weighed myself and I was 83.25, which means I've already lost a kilo. I walked into the town centre today to run an errand, so I already have 7,000 steps done today. I'm already surprised by doing this challenge so far. I was expecting to be physically tired, and actually physically I feel fine. I guess I was fitter than I thought I was. I'm actually more mentally tired because if I'm not walking, I am thinking about walking. I'm thinking about how many steps I've done so far, how many steps I've got left to do, how I'm gonna break up those steps to make it more manageable throughout the day. And it's a lot. And sometimes I don't want to walk. After 10,000 steps, sometimes I just want to sit down and chill for the rest of the day. But I can't because I got to 15,000 steps because that's the goal that I set myself. I have walked 15,000 steps every day for the past 11 days. And I give up. It's day 12 today, and I've decided that for the rest of this challenge, my goal is going to be 10,000 steps a day. I wanted to do 15,000 because it's a real challenge. But at the end of the day, my goal for this is to change my daily habits, and I was never going to stick with 15,000 steps a day after this challenge anyway. It's unrealistic. And the reason why I'm deciding now to reduce to 10,000 is I'm really not enjoying this. 15,000 is just too much. It's far too much. I am walking constantly, I am thinking about walking constantly. At the end of the day, I'm desperately getting in the last few thousand steps. I am having to force myself constantly to get up and walk even when I just want to sit down for a bit and chill. And 10,000 is still a lot for me. I am someone who easily could get under 5,000 steps every day. So even 10,000 is a huge improvement on that. That's the change I'm making going forward. So today I didn't do my steps the way I've been normally doing it. Also, you can't see me because I'm walking in the dark. Basically, I went to my first ballet class in quite a long time, and it was very hard. But since I was going to that, I decided to walk there, which was half an hour each way, which is already 6,000 steps. Add 1.5 hours of ballet, and then just your normal daily walking around, and I should be at 10,000 steps by the time I get home. And I am absolutely knackered today. It's kind of hard to believe, but today is the last day of my step challenge. I do have a ballet class again tonight, so what I will be doing is the same as I did last Thursday, is to just go on my morning walk. I don't need to use my walking pad today. I'm going to walk to and from class, and that should get me over 10,000 steps. Last week I had over 11,000 steps. Now we're back to the present day. So what did I think about this challenge? I thought it was nice. I actually really enjoyed moving every day. It felt good, which really should be no surprise because that's literally what everyone tells you. I felt productive, which was nice. So, of course, I'm going to recommend that everyone do this or do as much as they can. Little disclaimer, I don't work at the moment, so if I had a full-time office job, would it be so easy to get 10,000 steps a day? Maybe not. Everyone should just do what they can. Any small amount is still better than nothing and it's still going to be beneficial for you. And there's always little ways you can find to add extra steps in your day, whether that's going for a walk during your lunch break, getting your family involved, your partner, your kids, and going out together for that extra motivation. It's just good for everyone. From a weight loss perspective, it also helped a little bit. When I compare the way I looked side by side, you don't see much of a change. And I wouldn't expect to see much of a change because I only lost 2 kilograms. However, I lost 2 kilograms. And I was only in a calorie deficit for the last week of the challenge. But obviously, if you go from doing nothing to 10,000 steps a day, of course it's going to help you lose some weight because you're burning at least a few extra calories. Now that it's been a few months though, has it helped me build any healthy habits? Unfortunately not. I don't walk in the morning, I don't walk in the evening, I don't walk in the afternoon. I really don't walk much at the moment at all. My husband and I are trying to get back into the habit of walking by just going together and motivating each other. And I'm hoping that I can gradually build up my steps again. I won't be jumping to 10,000 steps because I think the best way to build habits is to build small bits at a time. It's like laying the bricks of a foundation. You're just building one brick at a time. You're not just jumping to the final finished product. It doesn't work like that. And I also don't recommend for anyone else to jump from nothing to 10,000 or like I did 15,000 steps a day. Start small. If you currently get 2,000 steps a day, try and get 4,000 steps and do that for a while and see how it feels and get to the point where that kind of feels normal for you, and then increase it to 6,000. That's what I'm trying to do now, and I think that's gonna work out so much better for me in the long run. And with all that being said, we are now at the end of the video. If you found it enjoyable to watch, give me a thumbs up, please. Let me know in the comments if you've tried a walking challenge or if you've managed just to build healthier habits and go walking more often. How did you manage to do that? You know, give others any tips you might have as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.